أسعد الله صباحكم أعزائي طلاب والطالبات في ماجستير التأهيل والتخصص الإداري العقاري السنة الأولى. سبق أن التقينا في محاضرة وطلبت منكم تحضير 10 صفحات الأوائل من الكراس المقرر، واليوم نبدأ مناقشة هذا الموضوع المقرر كما تعرفون اسمه الإدارة العامة الإدارة المحلية باللغة الإنجليزية، أو قانون الإدارة المحلي باللغة الإنجليزية للسنة الأولى الماجستير التأهيل والتخصص الإداري العقاري. نناقش في هذا المنهاج لهذا العام الدراسي 2019-2020 موضوعات في الإدارة المحلية، وخصوصا قانون الإدارة المحلي في سوريا باللغة الإنجليزية. First, we start with the definition of local administration. What is local administration? Local administration is an advanced type for managing public services by local authorities and distinguished from other types of decentralization by a well-defined structure and great autonomy in decision making. Again, local administration is an advanced type for managing public services by local authorities and distinguished from the other types of decentralization by a well-defined structure. The structure of local administration is well-defined by law and the great autonomy in decision making. Also, local authorities have great autonomy in decision making. It is a type of decentralization. But how can we distinguish this type of decentralization from the other types of decentralization? This type, local administration, and in some countries is called local government, is distinguished by a well-defined structure and a great autonomy in decision making. Therefore, local administration can be distinguished from other forms of decentralization in the following characteristics. Here we make a distinction between local administration and the other forms of decentralization. The first characteristic is that local administration has a well-defined structure. Of course, other forms of decentralization have their own structure, but it is not as clear as local administration. The second characteristic is that local administration has a wide range of services. Expressed in the form of multifunctional organizations. It is an organization that has many functions. Those organizations are responsible for social, cultural, touristic, agricultural, industrial, and commercial services. Organizations of local administration enjoy a great autonomy in decision-making process. In the other types of decentralized bodies do not enjoy, because local organizations are independent to a great degree from the central administration. Enjoy great autonomy in the decision-making process. The fourth characteristic, members of local authorities are normally elected and in other forms of decentralization are appointed. This makes them feel that they are responsible to the local people that elected by them. Members of local authorities in the local councils are elected. While in the other forms of decentralization, they are appointed. These are the characteristics which distinguish local administration from other types of decentralization. I would like to remind you that this lecture, we consider it on Monday, which will be 22nd of March, we say, 20, 21, 22, 23, on Monday 23 of March. يعني هذه المحاضرة نعتبرها بتاريخ 23 آذار 2020. Also, local administration is one of the topics of public administration as a wider subject. Principles of local administration. What are the principles of local administration? Students of local administration and politics are familiar with the principles of local administration which were evolved over the past 2 centuries. These principles are: first, local administration is characterized by a division of functions between the central government and local authorities. The division of functions. It is an allocation of the public work between two sides, the central and the local. Second, the principles of democracy had played a very important role in the creation of local administration. Knowingly, the political thought and political parties had pushed to establish a representative local administration in the meaning of representative government. Third, it is presumed that local administration allow adequate contact between the elector and his or her representative because they are in the same area and easily can contact the representative to discuss the needs for public services and improving the quality of those services. Eventually, this creates representative officials in local administration. Fourth, based on the democratic thought, local administration keeps a continuous democratic control. Precisely, the local people exercise control over local authorities, and this is the clear face of a practical democracy. Fifth, local administration was justified on the geographical considerations and variations between areas. That there is variations between areas in their needs and their resources, and local administration was based on this geographical considerations. Variably, each area may need some different services which really differ from the services of other areas, and this can be done better by local administration than by administration in the center. You can imagine an example of that. An area in the desert, its needs are different from an area in work in agriculture, in a place different, or a coastal area. Six, the pay of taxes locally returns in a form of local services. Therefore, taxpayers will have the encouragement to pay taxes because they are returned in a form of services and goods to the people of the same area. Why? When they pay national taxes, the services and goods may be sent to other areas. So here, the citizen knows that what he pays of taxes will return to him in the form of services and goods. 7. The central government keeps the necessary control over local administration because both work within the same public policy of the state and have to fulfill national goals beside the local goals. There is a public policy of the state, and local administration must work within the framework of the public policy of the state. Finally, local authorities have to cooperate together for the success of the whole system of local administration. This can be by coordination and cooperation in the projects and experiences as long as this is necessary. These are the characteristics or the principles of local administration. يعني باختصار قمنا بتعريف الإدارة المحلية ومبادئ الإدارة المحلية التي تعمل على أساسها. هذه المبادئ في الإدارة المحلية هو تقسيم المهام بين الحكومة المركزية والسلطات المحلية، وأن الديمقراطية كان لها دور في إيجاد الإدارة المحلية. المنتخبين في الإدارة المحلية غالبا يكونوا من نفس المنطقة فيقومون بتمثيل السكان وإبداء رغباتهم في شكل قرارات. الضرائب التي تدفع من السكان المحليين تعود لهم بنفس المنطقة كخدمات، بينما إذا دفعت للسلطات المركزية قد تذهب إلى مناطق أخرى. اختلاف حاجة كل منطقة أيضا قد تبرر إيجاد الحكم المحلي أو الإدارة المحلية، تبرر إيجاد الإدارة المحلية من أجل تلبية حاجات كل منطقة محلية. يعني مثل اختلاف منطقة صحراوية عن منطقة جبلية أو ساحلية فتكون الحاجات مختلفة. The distinction between local administration and local government. التمييز بين الإدارة المحلية والحكم المحلي. Both local administration and local government are ways of decentralization for managing local services. كل من الإدارة المحلية والحكم المحلي هما طرق من اللامركزية لإدارة الخدمات المحلية. The aim is the same، والهدف نفسه، but the difference is situated in the composition of their authorities. لكن الاختلاف موجود في تركيب سلطات. In local government, political parties are represented certainly in the election of council members. In local government, there is the representation of the local parties, of course. In that, if political parties are represented in local administration, political parties may be represented or not represented. This is a main difference. In that, if political parties are represented and the winning party leads the council on the basis that the party who won the election in local administration is the party which constitutes a majority in the council, then local administration becomes as the same as local government, and the two terms become in the same meaning. When political parties are represented also in local administration and the winning party, the winning party will be the party of the majority, then it is the same. It becomes local government as the same as local administration. But if political parties are not represented, not taking the system of representing political parties in local administration, then it becomes difference between them. These are general considerations about local administration. The bulk of our study will be on the law of local government in Syria that issued by the legislative decree number 107 on 23 August 2011, in the year 2011, and became in effect on 1st October in the same year, 2011. This law replaced the law of 1971 on local administration. The country, Syria, had experience of local administration since 1971. We studied the contemporary or the new law. Take 1 minute. Take 1 minute as a break, then we continue. Right, we continue to analyze the law of local administration in Syria of 2011. Make a study of this law for many points in this law. Definitions. We start with the definitions in this law. The law of local administration of Syria stated some definitions in Article 1. These definitions are the High Council. What's meant by the High Council? It is the High Council of Local Administration constituted according to the law of local administration. The Ministry is the Ministry of Local Administration. The Minister is the Minister of Local Administration. The competent Minister, الوزير المختص, is the Minister of the competent ministry that a public organization follows in the administrative unit. When a public organization in the administrative unit follows a certain ministry, it means there is a competent minister. The mayor, a representative of the centralized authority, is an actor for all the ministries, appointed and exempted from the position by a decree. What do you mean by the word decree? مرسوم. Administrative unit, governorate, city, town, or municipality. Each enjoys a considerable personality. So, 4 types in local administration law enjoy the considerable personality: governorate, city, town, and municipality. The council, an elected local council for the administrative unit, exercises its functions according to law. say the council, it is the elected local council. It is the local council which is elected in a certain administrative unit. The executive office. The executive office of the administrative unit executive تنفيذ office مكتب تنفيذ. The governorate, a geographical space within the administrative and local division of the Syrian Arab Republic, contains several cities, towns, municipalities, villages and farms. It is also possible for a governorate to be one town. The city. Every center of a governorate, area or people gathering and its population more than 50,000 man. So we know from the number of the population, if it is over 50,000 man, it is a city. The town, every center of a township or population gathering or a number of population gatherings, it is people ranges between 10,001 to 50,000 man. The municipality, every gathering of population or gatherings range between 5,001 to 10,000 man. Municipality, بلدي. The avenue, a sector of city, town or municipality. It is population not less than 10,000 in cities, 5,000 in towns, 4,000 in municipalities, and 1,000 in the gatherings which were annexed to a city or a town. The avenue, الحي ليس له شخصية الأي. The area, a sector of a governorate. It is population not less than 60,000 man, except the villages which are linked to the center of the area directly, and this includes 2 townships at least. The area should include 2 townships at least. What do you mean by township? الناحي township. The township, a sector of an area, it is population not less than 25,000 man, and it can be linked directly to the area of governorate center. عن الناحية في بعض النواحي ربطة بمركز المحافظة. The village, a population gathering that was created by the law number 15 of 1971. In that law, the number is 5,000 man. كانت القرية في القانون السابق إذا أكثر من 5,000 نسمة يمكن أن تحدث فيها بلدي وتمنح الشخصية الاعتبارية. The farm, a population gathering that was created by the law number 15 of 1971. In that law, the number is 5,000 man. المزرعة. فأيضا كانت من إيجاد قانون السابق. The Committee of Avenue, a committee constituted by a decision of the executive office in the administrative unit. لجنة الحي. The General Secretary, the employee of the highest rank in the administrative form of the Governorate, الأمين العام للمحافظة. The manager, the employee of the highest rank in the administrative form of the city or town. The local plan, it is a comprehensive plan, determines the aims of the administrative unit for 4 years, the means, procedures, and the necessary activities for its achievement. الخطة المحلية توضع ل4 سنوات في الوحدة الإدارية. The local activities, any enterprise to develop services for development, economic developing, investment, social and cultural enterprise, which are made by administrative units within the scope of its activities. The economic activities are the economic and investment projects made by the administrative unit. The social activities are social services by the administrative unit within its jurisdiction to help the organizations, associations, rallies, or clubs. rallies يعني التجمعات. or clubs of scientific, cultural, educational, charitable, or sporty nature. charitable يعني خيري. that do not aim profit but to help families and individuals in all social and developmental levels. The local authority, we hear this word much. The local authority, the council, is the council of the administrative unit and it is executive office with all related organs. That's the local authority, the local council, and it is executive office and the related organs. The local organs are directorates of ministries, departments, public establishments, and companies which transform its competence to the local authority. Directorates مديريات transformed حول أو نقل. The central authority is ministries, departments, establishments, companies, public bodies, and all related organizations. The central organs are directorates of ministries, departments, establishments, companies, and public bodies, which did not transform its competence to the local authority and works within the scope of the administrative unit. That's the central organs, directorates or ministries, departments, establishments, public bodies or public companies, which do not transform their jurisdictions to the local authority. The ways linkage, linkage رابط الطرق. A real way links between the concerned population gatherings, between two local areas or between two gatherings of population. The geographical linkage that there is no natural barrier between the concerned population gatherings, the same geographical area. For example, no mountain between them. The Center of Citizen Service, مركز خدمة المواطن, a place for providing services to citizens according to the conditions and directions of the administrative unit and the other concerned organizations for simplifying administrative procedures. So the Center of Citizen Service, it is aimed to simplify the procedures to serve citizens. The decentralized national plan, it is the plan which transforms the jurisdictions from the central authority to the local authority. The decentralized national plan transforms the jurisdictions from the central authority to the local authority. These are definitions about the terms of local administration in the law of local administration of Syria. Now we reach page number 6. وصلنا إلى الصفحة السادسة. We start with the aims of local administration. أهداف قانون الإدارة المحلي, that they are five aims. We explain to some extent these aims. Article 2 of the Law of Local Administration in the year 2011 sets the aims of this law as follows. 1. To apply decentralization and responsibilities and concentrating them in the hands of people. The decentralization and responsibilities become in the hands of the people in conformity with the principle of democracy. In conformity with the principle of democracy. يعني تطابقا مع مبدأ الديمقراطية, which makes people the source of every power throughout the enlarging and clear defining, not the dual, of the authorities and jurisdictions of the administrative units councils. That means the power become in the local unit, in the authority of the local unit, not in the center, but it becomes in the local unit or in the center and local administration. It becomes in the local unit to a very large extent to enable them to do their competence and functions in the development of the administrative unit economically, socially, culturally, and architecturally. Architecturally, معماريا. يعني إنه معهم سلطة يطوروا نفسهم. 2. The creation of administrative units capable to do the operations of planning and implementation and to do developmental plans special for the local society. The administrative units become capable to make their own plans for the development, implement projects for the local society effectively and sufficiently. Effectively and sufficiently. What do you mean by this? Effectively بكفاية. Effectively بفعالية. Sufficiently بكفاية. Throughout the amendment of levels in the administrative units and defining the forms of local units coherently with the main function of the unit. With the main function of the unit, with adding specific functions to make administrative units in all levels directly responsible for services, economy, culture, and all affairs which concern citizens in these units. Thereby, the function of central authorities will be only planning, legislation, organizing, the insertion of modern technical methods, and the implementation of large-scale projects in which the administrative units are incapable of performing them. That means in many areas of the activities, local authorities are responsible. That's the second aim, the creation of administrative units capable to do the operations of planning and implementation for the development. The third aim, the promotion of financial revenues of administrative units to enable those units exercise the developmental role in the local society, besides their servicing role and making the society responsible for the maintenance of its resources and their development to improve the living level of citizens and provide better services and promote economic and developmental opportunities within the administrative units, to help in the creation of jobs, opportunities, and making a situation of completion between the servicing role and developmental role. So the promotion of financial revenues of the administrative units. Here it is a developmental role that the administrative unit must develop the society, the local society, to improve the living level of citizens. Improving the living level of citizens is a very important aim in every country. That's the third aim. The fourth aim of local administration law, appraising society within its local scope and the help for balanced progress and equal opportunities between areas by enhancing common cooperation among administrative units through the creation of common administrations, enjoy the power to perform common programs and large-scale projects in the effective and qualitative way. النهوض بالمجتمع, appraising society, for balanced progress and equal opportunities between areas, making cooperation between these administrative units to make programs on a large scale projects in the best, effective and qualitative way من حيث الفعالية والكم. 5. The aim number 5 of local administration law, simplifying procedures to ensure services for citizens by the ways of creating citizen service centers. Improving procedures to ensure services for citizens by the ways of creating citizen service centers. يعني تبسيط الإجراءات لضمان الخدمات للمواطنين بإيجاد مراكز خدمة المواطن موجودة بالمحافظة. Their competence is to award authorizations providing services and all kinds of care for citizens directly and according to the regulations and stipulations of the councils of administrative units. What do you mean by stipulations? شروط طبقا للأنظمة والشروط. Regulations ministries and related departments for gaining these amenities. Amenities مسرات throughout the electronic government services which can save force, time and money. This is the aims of local administration law of Syria issued in the year 2011. They are very broad aims. If they are applied, then this will help in the development of local areas. That means if local areas are developed, this will help in the development of the country as a whole. We move now to page number 8, the High Council of Local Administration. We discuss the High Council of Local Administration and then we stop our lecture today. يعني المجلس الأعلى للإدارة المحلية. In Article 3 of the Local Administration Law, the High Council of Local Administration is formed as follows. The Premier is a President. The Premier. What do you mean by Premier? رئيس الوزراء. The Minister is a Vice President. The Minister of Local Administration. Vice President, not reverse. The head of the body of planning and international cooperation is a member. Mayors are members. Mayors. The heads of local councils of governorates are members. The heads of regional planning body is a member. The assistant of the minister is a member and reporter. The assistant of the Minister of Local Administration is a member. A member and reporter at the same time. The head of the High Council asks the ministers who have interest to coordinate with them for the purpose of transforming some or all the jurisdictions of their ministries to local units. Transforming the jurisdictions to local units. And making a suggestion to create the necessary legislations and regulations. If they need it, a certain legislation or regulation. The High Council also decides on all matters and measures which are, in its viewpoint, related to local administration, in its support and development. Moreover, the suggestion of specific laws for those ends with the issue of the necessary executive decisions. Significantly, the decisions of the High Council are obligatory to ministries and all public departments. This is the formation of the High Council of Local Administration and how the council decides. decides on all important matters for the development of local administration and the transformation of local jurisdictions between the ministries and public bodies to the local authorities. Article 4 and 5 and 6 of the Law of Local Administration have drawn the functions and the way of working of the High Council of Local Administration as follows. Now, the functions of the High Council of Local Administration. These functions are 8 functions. We enumerate them and explain them. When the High Council makes the decentralized national plan according to a program of time. He makes, or the Council makes, the decentralized national plan, supervises its implementation, supports this plan, and coordinates with all the departments which have a concern for the purpose of implementation. The second function, the High Council issues the necessary decisions to clarify the mechanisms of work for local units. Mechanisms for local units, how do they work? 3. The High Council decides on the executive regulations and the annual amendments of regulations on tariffs, revenues, and damages. What do you mean by tariffs? الرسوم. revenues العائدات. damages الأضرار. يعني بقرر على هذه المسائل تصدر أنظمة بخصوصها. 4. The High Council meets twice a year and also in need by an invitation of its head. So, meets twice a year, also in need by invitation of the head of the council. 5. The head of the High Council can invite the specialized people that he sees they are useful to the meetings of the council. Can the head of the High Council of Local Administration invite the people who are useful for this council as he thinks. Number 6, the High Council within a period of 6 months approximately start from the issue of this law issues the national plan of decentralization. This should be a long time ago. It was only within 6 months of the issue of the law. 7. The national plan of decentralization determines a timed program within a period approximately 5 years, can be extended once to complete the transformation of jurisdictions which are in this law to local councils. The transformation of these jurisdictions should be within a plan of 5 years period. A period of 5 years. This period can be extended once. I suppose this could have finished. 8. The High Council forms coordinating committees to prepare for this transformation in all spheres, legal, administrative, and technical. Forming coordinating committees to prepare for this transformation, legally, administratively, and technically. These are the functions of the High Council of Local Administration. If we analyze this, we find that the composition of this High Council on Local Administration includes officials on the high level, ministers, officials on the high level, and the functions are many, especially the transformation of the functions between the central administration and local authorities. The meetings twice a year and on need. This is what can be said about the High Council on Local Administration. Alright, I leave you now until the next lecture, which will be next week, I suppose. So in next week we will discuss the rights and the duties of members in the local councils. Then we come to the administrative units and the functions of the councils and their executive offices. Right. We meet then in that lecture.